How you doing, everybody? It's Jeff, and today, well, we gotta do some wolf talk, and we gotta talk politics. I got dragged into this Twitter fight, and look, I'm gonna post it right there, too. Look, what I was talking about was a technicality, but whether Trump technically is or isn't, by end of this week, at the latest, Trump will have been formally impeached. And everybody seems to think, oh, he's impeached for life, oh, he's done, he can't do it. No. Let's slow down there, fam. Everybody on the left and right. Trump gets impeached. That's just step one. And that doesn't remove him from office. That doesn't say he's still not the president and still can't make the decisions. All it says in the House is, we think he's done these things and these are the charges. Then it goes to the Senate. The Senate actually has to try the case. Now, for all those who've missed a few things of why Trump hasn't gone in front of the House, well, in the House, he really has no rights. In a House impeachment inquiry, Trump has no rights. He can't call his own witnesses. He can't cross-examine, really. He can't do anything. In a Senate trial, that's not the case. See, the great thing for the Democrats, since they control the House, is they control the information. They can basically shut down, for the most part, Republicans when they ask questions they don't want asked. Like, Schiff and Nadler have basically ruled their committees, which, the formal inquiry was taking place, with an iron fist. They basically rammed down the points they want and gave very few counter-talking points to the Republicans, even though they still got some shots in. But by and large, Democrats ran the show. And there was really not much the Republican minority could do about it. But while that's a really big, power in the House, and like I said, they pretty much ran the show and, got their, impeachment vote, and they're sending the articles. Yes, impeachment's happening. Yes, he's impeached basically for all intents and purposes, even though technically he's still not, in my opinion, so those articles are in the Senate. But yeah, he's basically impeached. But Democrats, and the reason why Nancy Pelosi was haranguing so hard about, we need to have a fair trial and all this and all that, because she knows she cannot tell the Senate to do shit. Even if it was Chuck Schumer as the Senate Minority Leader, she still can't force shit. She cannot force the fight and force the vote the way she wants. In the House, she has full control. In the Senate, she has zero. She has no control over Chuck Schumer. Or, in this case, who was the actual, Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell. She cannot force him to do a damn thing. Yeah, she can do a game of, political maneuvering and, optics and all that, but Mitch McConnell's just going to sit there and look at her like, you're going to get a trial. That's the end of it. Whether we call things or do things, that is not for you to decide. That's for me to decide as Mitch McConnell. What you want, what you get are two entirely different things. Now, you either send the articles and we have our trial, or you hang on to them and we vote to not even hear them and your impeachment dies anyways. See, now, as I said before, now Trump has a voice. He has rights in a Senate trial. He can call witnesses. Like, I don't know, the three people who actually transcribed the actual phone call. He can call them, which, the Democrats conspicuously never called. Oh, and I should qualify this. I'm a Libertarian. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. I'm just laying it out as pure political analysis. Now, am I a straight-up paid political analyst? No. I'm just looking at the tea leaves and reading them for you from my own point of view. So take that with a grain of salt. But this is what you need to remove Trump and do everything that the Democrats think they've done with just the impeachment. You need 67 votes. You need a supermajority, 2/3, to vote to remove. Between independents, which have 2 votes, and Democrats, you have 45, if all of them agree to do it. You have 47 votes, which means you need 20, count them, 20 Republican senators to vote to remove. Now, I would like all these people who are high-fiving thinking they've got rid of evil Trump to name 20 Republican senators who are going to vote to remove Trump. And you can't vote, and you can't say Mitt Romney. He's already said he's completely against impeachment and removal. So Mr. Never-Trumper himself has already said, yeah, no, I'm going to vote against this. Unless, something completely new comes out You can impeach Trump till you're blue in the face and say he's impeached for life. So what? I'm going to point to the most recent one, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was impeached. He was not successfully removed. In fact, the Republican Senate voted to acquit him by a pretty healthy majority. Guess what? He finished out his term, more popular than before he was impeached. In fact, had that been his first term, Bill Clinton would have been allowed to run for re-election, have a second term, which is exactly what's going to happen to Donald Trump, because a lot of people don't understand this concept. Impeachment on its own means diddly. Yes, it's kind of a strike against you as far as public opinion and optics, but in reality, in terms of the law, it means shit without removal. Until he gets removed, impeachment, may hang as a dark cloud. You may always impeach for life and think you got one over on Trump, but he ain't getting removed. And when the Senate trial goes pretty much the way I think it's going to go, which is going to be basically along partisan lines, and Democrats ain't going to come anywhere close to the 67 votes they need, Trump will be acquitted. He'll walk out smelling like a bunch of roses, and then he'll go, all right, so now we've played this victimhood shaming game. We've played this I'm the orange man bad game, and you all completely failed, hung up the government, and stopped us from doing stuff. Now I'm going to crush you in the polls. Because all you far leftists, you just don't understand this. You've alienated the moderates, the blue dog Democrats, the business Democrats. They were never really in favor of impeachment, especially the voting base. They were like, this is dumb. Why not just censure him and move along, which is kind of where I was. If Congress had voted to censure the president, I would have gone completely with it. I would have applauded them for it because it's good political maneuvering 101. But the far left Democrats just can't seem to understand this. In fact, they got goaded into this. Nancy had to appease them, and she had no choice. Because quite frankly, Nancy, in my humble opinion, never, ever wanted to go to a full impeachment and then go to a Senate trial. Because she cannot control the Senate. Even if Chuck Schumer was in power and you had a full Democratic Grand Senate, she still couldn't control the Senate. Chuck Schumer could do certain things, but at the end of the day, even he can't bully and control 47 Republican senators because he'd still need about 17 of them to vote to remove, and he'd never get it. The Republican senators would go lockstep, tell him to pound sand, and they'd lose. This is what a lot of people in the far left don't understand and just don't get. You can say he's impeached in life till he's blue in the face. You never removed him. Yes, you hardened his base, and any soft, in the middle people who are sitting on the fence like me are looking at this this was a gigantic waste of time. We all saw this coming since we have a functional brain and can do basic arithmetic. And goes, this was dumb. If this is the best the Democrats have, why am I going to vote Democrat as an independent? This is the thing I keep asking all the people who are never Trumpers and the people raging. Why am I going to support you and support this? It's a waste of time. We all know how this ends. Yes, you get your precious impeachment. You don't get removal. Orange Man is still there, and he gets to run for office all over again. Nothing changed except the public opinion of the center going, why did you fucking waste our time? Why did you do this? And even some of the moderates who now feel politically homeless are looking at you going, this was fucking dumb. You pissed us off and the center. You pissed off the independents. The people who can swing the vote in your favor, the people Trump got last time. You're doing a piss poor job of, telling us why we should vote for you. All you're screaming is orange man bad. Failed to remove him, and you looked impotent. And those, moderate Democrats who just got elected, a lot of them are about to get freaking voted out of office. So you literally just taken a big shotgun and shot yourself in the foot. Far left. You're not going to get what you want. Even though you screaming, thinking, you're high-fiving yourself, oh, he's impeached, oh, evil Trump is gone. It's like, no. You just walked right into a trap, and now it's going to come crashing down upon you. And when the smoke clears, Trump will still be president of the United States, impeached or not, like Bill Clinton was. And it'll be more popular with the centrists like me, because we're going to look at this ballet of bullshit and the ballet of bullshit that we keep getting in the Democratic debates, which are just vapid bullshit. I mean, let's look at the other math. At this rate, unless Joe Biden does something critically stupid or falls dead, he's likely to be the Democratic nominee, and I'm not going to vote for the man. He's barely coherent, slurs, doesn't know what state he's even in. I don't trust him to govern. And it's all going to really depend on who is vice president, because that's probably going to finish out his term, because he'd probably die in office. So, I got Donald Trump, who, I'm just going to put it out bluntly, I like some of the stuff he's done, and I hated other things. Like, for example, him renegotiating the trade deal economy scores well with me. His international politics have turned into something of a quagmire. His handling of the border was half-assed and is like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound, which might look good for now, but it's already starting to seep bloody red, and it's about to burst wide back open. And he's done jack fuck all with education, which is a fucking mess that even Donald Trump, Congress, and the Senate won't touch with a 10-foot pole because they know it's radioactive and leaking. Education is a fucking disaster, and someone needs to tackle it. And that's one thing that I am consistently low rating Trump and Congress on. You guys aren't doing anything about education. It's a fucking clusterfuck. I mean, Bernie Sanders has a plan, but I wouldn't call that a plan in so much, here's my free shit for all, please vote for me. And it's like, no, that doesn't work. Free shit for all does not work, Bernie. I'm sorry, you're not going to win this. Anyways, that's me rattling around for 12 minutes on politics. The too long didn't read version, and I will time mark this, is you may have impeached him, you're not going to remove him. It's that simple. That when it comes down to the end of the day, you're not removing Trump. He will still be president. He will still run for office. He will likely win at this rate, even being impeached in his first term. That's how dumb the Democrats are. But anyways, that's your independent point of view for some wolf talk. I'm Jeff, and stay tuned. We're going to have some more wolf tech coming up.